Discussion topic, negative feedback. 3D printing professor released a video about teleport the other day, and it was not flattering. Like, it wasn't. We sent him a part that wasn't very good. That happens. I'm not interested in arguing it or anything like that. His parts are what they receive. Here's the thing I will say. It's stupidly helpful to get those reviews. Negative feedback is not something to be avoided. It is something to be encouraged and sought after, because that's how you improve. You don't improve from hoorah, we did a great job again, pat on the back. It's like, great, what did we screw up? Eliminate that. How do we get less wrong each day? And if a company can do that, if you are trying to be less wrong, then you are trying to improve the product for your customers. But one of the biggest pieces of feedback we have is just the instant refund button. If somebody cancels an order after the order has been delivered, print quality was probably not good enough. That occurs, order cancellation occurs for any sort of reason, or instant refund 1% of the time, 1.3% of the time. So it's not common. UPS, when they quote a B2B kind of thing, they'll say 1% of packages might get lost. That's the margin that we operate with. So we are staying up with them, and we're very happy about that. But bad parts will go out, especially if they're on the edge of what should be done. When Joe did the video, we absolutely investigated it. We want to know why the part went bad. We want to see why it was. Joe did have a design note included in it where he said, we don't recommend this be printed, but this is like one of the pieces. We don't recommend anything smaller than a cubic inch be printed through teleport. The reason we don't recommend parts this small, while it may have worked for Joe, someone else who is less experienced can't really design this. And when our technicians are tracking stuff, they just track it for this. Normally, these types of parts would be flagged and rejected by the system at upload to where you can't order them. When a part is not printing reliably, the point of sending the bad parts along is to be educational. And in the context of 3D printing, teeny tiny little thin parts like this, or thin parts like this, are not something you really want to run. Can they run? Sure. Do you want to run them? No. These are printed at a 0.2 resolution in light gray to where you have a lot of problems compounding. If we send bad parts on the regular, we go out of business. So why would we want to do that and hide it? Every user who gets a bad part probably isn't going to use this anymore. So there is no way to grow and sell more if our users are all getting bad parts. So we have to work to do it well on most of them. And right now we're doing it well on 99% of them. Is that good enough? No, because there's still that 1% that we got to chase down. Beyond that though, the negative feedback helps us find those edge cases where we need to chase it down. This is great because in Joe's case, this was a great lead-in for the need to create a different settings category. There is a need though for teleport to have categorized print settings. So here are print settings for uber small parts. Here are print settings for functional parts. Here are print settings for lamps. Teleport has no print settings options in it right now. Hence why we got version 2 teleport out the door. And I think you guys will be very delighted with the stuff coming down the pipe. But each time we introduce a new thing, you have to realize that each time we add another thing, we introduce infinite new complexity. Anyone can upload anything. There are 200 settings that can be modified in the slicer, and we have 9 to 12 materials right now. One new setting can be applied to the infinite anything that can be uploaded. All the materials, 9 times 9 to 12, times the settings variations. So you're dealing with a very complex expansion to where the difference between printing a tall, thin, vertical PETG piece and a fat PETG piece is night and day. All that stuff multiplies. So you have to keep it as simple as possible. So right now, teleport has 0.2 resolution, 25% infill. And we really appreciate the fact that Joe took the time to make that video and share that feedback with us, because it is really helpful to get an analysis of it all from somebody else who's outside of it all. It would be cool to have someone in the community who once a month creates a fake email account, a fake teleport user account, and buys a part from us that's literally a torture test. Gets that part shipped to them and sees how it did and what we did and how'd it go and how long it took, and gives a video review of it for the community to see. That would be really sick. Yeah, I'd go watch the video. I recommend it. By the way, to continue the trend, down in the comments, let us know what's wrong with teleport and we'll try to get it fixed. Go crazy. Bring it on. I can take it. I can take it. Keep it coming. I got my Dr. Pepper. I'm happy. Hit me where your best shot.